Hey everybody, Jane here, and we are going to open book mail. But before we do that, I just want to talk just briefly about what kind of book mail we have today. So the book mail I have today is entirely Goodreads giveaways. As a matter of fact, the only book I'm going to share with you that isn't a Goodreads giveaway is one that I bought on a trip over spring break with my brother. We went to Barnes & Noble and I picked up a book. I'll tell you about that book. But everything else that you're going to see that me open is all things I've run in Goodreads giveaways. I will tell you, I go through Goodreads giveaways every day when it opens and apply for all of the print books that I'm interested in. For a while I was doing print and ebooks, but I found that the ebooks kind of get lost in my Kindle. I don't read a lot of ebooks, so print books works better. And I found myself winning about 1% of the books that I apply for, which, because I apply for so many books, end up being actually a ton. I also use Goodreads very frequently to track my books and to share book reviews. So I don't know if that helps me win more books, but I have heard lots of people discussing, is Goodreads giveaways worth it? I would say if you are a reader who reads broadly and finds a lot of books on there that you might really enjoy, and that is me as a reader. I am very open-minded and see a lot of books I'm really interested in. I always, if it looks like I might like it, I click on it and say, let's try it, because, you know, what do I have to lose? So we're going to be talking about all the books I've gotten. I am not going to tell you at length what the books are about, because frankly, a lot of times I don't remember. But you're going to see what they are, and hopefully we will be reading them soon and can talk about them. But I'm very excited to open these because I don't even remember what most of these are. I, again, do so many of these and get so many of these that by the time I open them, it's like, oh, I don't remember anything about this book. So we're not going to go into detail about what's in the books. We're just going to say, hey, this is a book. Except for the first one, because the first one that we're going to talk about is one that I actually bought. I was traveling, as I said, for spring break. My brother and I went to Barnes & Noble. I said, I don't need any books, but, you know, we're here. And this is one that was already on my radar. This is A Rebel Without Claws. It is the first book in the Southern Charm series by Juliet Cross. I had finished her Stay a Spell series either late last year or early this year. Enjoyed it. I loved the first book, Wolf Gone Wild. Liked the rest of the books, but didn't love them. And I'm going to try this one out. I've already started reading it. It is part of my Reads for June Buzzwordathon. So it is one that I knew I wanted and went ahead and picked up while I was visiting my brother because we were at Barnes & Noble, so of course, why not? But this is one that I did buy for myself, and I bought it for that reason because I'd read a series by the author, and this is the children of, or the first book anyway, is the daughter from the couple in The Wolf Gone Wild, which was my favorite book in the series. So far I'm enjoying it. I don't know that I'll love it as much as the canon series, but oh well. It's still a book, and it's a romance, and it's paranormal, and I'm excited for it. All right, so before we start opening book mail, we had to open too early because we have had really icky rainy weather, and 2 of the packages came to me and were wet. And so I opened them because I didn't want the books to get damaged. So the 2 books that I had to open early are The Girl Next Door. This is an ARC. It is going to be releasing in September, and I believe it is a sapphic romance based on the information that I have from the cover, and I'm excited to read it. It is Pride Month right now. I would love to read it this month, but I honestly don't know if I'm going to get to it. And the other one is another, I do believe, romance, and it is Steal My Breath Away. And this is also a proof. This one is coming out in June, so I'm probably should prioritize this. I'm missing the deadline a little bit, but it is fairly new. It's come in the last 2 months, and I just haven't started it yet. And as I said, it was one that I did unbox off camera because it was wet and I didn't want the book to get damaged. So looking forward to those. All right, let us go ahead and start actually opening the book mail. We have The Nimbus. And this is also a advanced copy and also on sale in June. So this is one that I should prioritize. And I believe, but I'm not sure, that this is Dark Academia. I remember I saw it as a Goodreads giveaway a couple nights ago while I was going through, and it was a giveaway again. And I went to enter, and they're like, "You've already won this book." I was like, "Whoopsie." Didn't realize I'd won it, but it looks cool, so I can't wait to read it. All right, so our next book. Tony and Addie Go Viral. This looks like another romance. Romance is my favorite genre, so I'm all about that. This is also an ARC, and it looks like it is coming out in August. So hopefully that is one that I can get to before the date for it. And it says in the front, fake marriage, real romance. I do love me some fake dating, fake marriage, so I am all about that. All right, the next one is box. I never know how I feel about the ones in a box because they're so hard to open. I don't love having to get scissors to make it happen, but we will if we have to. If we don't have any choice, we will. All right, so our next book is In the Family Way. This is another ARC. This one is coming out, let's see if it says, in June. And I believe this is some kind of family drama. I don't remember all the details about what it is, but it is some kind of family drama. And I think it involves pregnancy. Ooh, I think it involves pregnancy as hinted at by the title. So very excited. Can't wait to get to reading that. Next book. The Incredible Kindness of Paper. This is again an ARC, and it is an August release. So I am not actually sure what genre this is, and I don't recall looking from it, but it looks pretty. And again, all the books. I must have had a really good reason for entering it and very excited to read it. And we're on to our next one. This is Spinning Gold. And this is not telling me that it's an ARC, so it might not be. This looks like it could be a horror. But yeah, well, that looks exciting. I don't read a lot of horror, but I know I've been entering a lot of horrors that look like they are something I would be interested in reading. So can't wait to try that one out. The next one is The Hounding. Now, I do remember a little bit about this. This is supposed to be very similar to the Virgin Suicides. I have not read those, but I remember watching the movie when I was younger and thinking it was interesting. This also appears to be an ARC, yes, and this is also coming out in August. So very excited to try that one. It's a literary, which is not always my favorite genre, I believe, but you know, again, it was interesting enough that I thought, well, I'll give it a try and at least apply to win the book because it could be really fun. Oof. We've got two more. This one and one other, I mean. This is The Uncertainty Principle. It is also an advanced reader copy. And this one is coming out in June. So it is one that I should certainly try to get on soon so that I can put my 2 cents in about this book before, while it's still fresh in everybody's minds. So it's really a pretty cover. So again, I don't really remember what it's about. I do think this one might be young adult. Yep, the back says ages 12 and up, so young adult. And the last win from Goodreads What Happens in Amsterdam. This certainly looks like a romance. And based on what I'm seeing, it does not look like an ARC. And it says it's got a reader's guide included. So I'm wondering if this is a book club edition. So it looks lovely, and I certainly want to give it a read. So yes, these are all the books that are new to me for the months of April and May and early June. We're on the 10th of June. And these are all the books I've gotten in that time, and all but the bottom were Goodreads giveaway wins. So if you've read these books, or if you're anticipating them, please let me know. That might help me decide which ones to tackle first. This has been Jane, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Pictures and patterns put into words that stream across the page.